Hey everybody, welcome. Lori here, Pure Love Ascension, with my guest Theresa D'Anton from
Good to be here. Thank
7.
you.
Hey, sorry guys, we missed you last week. You know, life gets in the way sometimes and you just got to take a break from everything. So it takes a lot of energy, time and energy to do these shows. So sometimes we're doing them three times a week, right?
Yep. Sometimes. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. David Castle.
Kitty cat. Who do we have?
Lucky Stone. And
Lucky Stone, David Castle, Rufus.
David Castle, Rufus.
Awesome.
I got Ruby. He's got Rufus. Right, Ruby?
Okay. Girl. And I've got Ziggy.
Say hi, everybody, Ruby.
There's the Ruby.
Say hi.
She's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope everybody...
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
We're having a little bit of issues with YouTube, you guys, and reminders and things like that. So bear with us on all this stuff.
Hi, Brenda. Good to see you, sister.
Hey, Brenda's in the house.
Good. She found us. There you go.
Yes, she did. She always finds us. She's
YouTube has been not only not sending out reminders, but when you put the link in, not sending out the thumbnail, just the link.
Yep.
And then sometimes the link just takes you to a blank screen.
Yeah.
Says show starting in so many minutes, but doesn't tell you what show.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they've got going on there at YouTube, but it's a little strange.
Yeah. Crazy
like that
stuff.
For about a week now.
Yeah. Gaza Cab, welcome. Good to see ya.
Hi, Gaza. Hey, Gaza's getting that garden ready, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet. I bet there's some awesome veggies out there too. I would love that. That would be great.
I still can't start. It's too soon.
Go to your garden and just go, oh, I need this, and this for dinner. That would just be amazing.
But
hey, Mandy Moo. Good to see you, sister. Yeah.
Mandy Moo. Just woke up.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, have some coffee.
Have some coffee,
Or have a Coke.
She has tea. She drinks
tea.
Or tea.
I love
Aussie
that.
Tea.
Her Aussie tea. Great show yesterday, huh? Andromeda. That was.
They all did a great job.
Those
ladies did a wonderful job.
It was good times.
You and Mandy and Trina.
Yeah, really enjoyed that.
With only 2 days notice.
Yeah, it was crazy. Sometimes those are the best shows, though.
Yeah,
truly. Yeah. So we do have some card readings for y'all, folks, and we also have some incredible orb action as well. So we'll have that at the end of the show. Looks like we got Trina. Good to see you, Trina.
Trina,
got you on the list, Trina.
We were just giving you kudos, Trina.
Yes, we were.
Awesome. She stepped up within only a couple of days' notice to do that. So
yeah, she's incredible. Really, I just love her so much.
Yep,
just a great sister. You know,
the thing is I learned so much from you all. I do. I really enjoy it.
We learn from each other. Yeah, it's really incredible. We just keep adding to our energies, which is really cool. Yeah. So, what's you reading from tonight? What
Divine?
What
the thing behind my head, Divine.
The Divine Animal Oracle.
Divine Animals.
Yes, I like that.
We cover more animals around the world with the Divine Animals card deck.
It's a good deck. It really is. I like it. Is that from Stacy DeMarco? Right?
Yeah, it's the one you get. It's one of the ones you got.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the Elemental Oracle, which is by the same author. So Stacy DeMarco as well. So we're going to be using her decks tonight.
I got a new deck coming Monday.
Yeah, me too. I got the Witches cards coming. Ooh. Hopefully next week. Yeah, that should be great.
Well, that's in contrast to mine. There's the higher guides.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I got the higher guides. Yeah.
Wow, that'll be cool.
Alrighty.
Awesome. So I guess we'll get started. The first person that was in chat was Lucky Stone. So guess what, Lucky Stone? You are first tonight. So there we go. Theresa, I'll have you do Lucky Stone's card. Oh, also wanted to let you guys know next week we're thinking about doing the rods for you. So if you guys have some questions for the rods, and we both have a set of rods, we're going to, instead of the cards, we're going to do the rods for you. So yeah, we'll just get you guys to put your questions in chat. Hi, Alex Fox. Good to see you, Mon.
Yeah,
always good to see him.
I sent a link to Alex because I was concerned that these
awesome
YouTube wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucky's got a Lynx. Woo! That's a cool card, the Lynx.
Yes, it is.
Let's see if you can see it all right over here.
Now that's a kitty cat right there. Wow. Look at that.
That's pretty wild looking Lynx.
It is.
Yeah. Let's see what it says about the Lynx.
Genevieve, good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure to see you, my dear.
Genevieve.
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 Beautiful name.
It is pretty. That's why I say it the way I do.
I know. I love saying it.
That's a correct way, is it
yes.
not? Genevieve. All right. All right, Lucky. The Lynx card. After a man had suffered many famines, the goddess Demeter decided to share the secrets of agriculture with humans. There was a sacred field of wheat, grain in Eleusis. That's when it grew and it was golden. And as it was enchanted, it would grow and prosper, always providing enough to eat. One of Demeter's favorites and devotee, the son of the god King Celes, was Tripotolamus. Demeter thought this man would be the ideal person to spread the seeds of the special grain and impart the wisdom of how to grow it. So she shared the secrets with him and led him her own chariot. Oh, she gave him her own chariot pulled by 2 mighty serpents and instructed him to teach men how to work fields properly. Tripotolamus was a fine man and did what the goddess had instructed. He worked his way through Europe and up into Asia and ended up far away in the land of Scythia, where he met the king Lynkos, Lynkos. Lynkos, I think it's Lynkos, released the incredible value of the secrets of the Tripotolamus and held and wanted his power and status all for himself. He snuck into Tripotolamus's bedchamber, and raised a sharp dagger over his heart to kill him in his sleep. But
no, he didn't.
No, yes, he did. but the mighty Demeter saw this. She stopped Lynkos and transformed him into a lynx, a secretive animal, so he would hold Tripotolamus's secrets to himself forever. Okay, now you know these lynx, they're beautiful wild cats. They're very strong, very clever. Okay. Yep. Their magic, lynx magic, can be utilized when you need to keep a secret or stop gossip. It's the perfect magic to weave when you are making a vow to yourself or another person. A magic that is wild in its nature, but focused in its intent. Ensure that you are clever with your intentions up front. The pointed ears and the lynx and the paw and the eyes glowing in the dark are the aspects of the goddess Demeter, the wheat. Let's see. It says here, the thing you want to know about this, Lucky, that your word is your bond. Do not gossip or entertain gossip, as all may not be as it seems. Be shrewd about who you share confidential information with. A little mystery can be a good thing, but keeping secrets that are detrimental to others may not be. There is some news worth sharing, but be discerning.
Awesome. You know, Lucky Stone is someone who has a lot of integrity. You can tell from his videos. You can tell by the words he chooses, how he presents himself. So really, really like Lucky Stone. He's a great guy and glad he's part of the Soul Tribe. So hope that resonated with you, Lucky Stone. Thanks for being here. Also, Joyce, are you serious? Just joined us. So, Joyce, very good to have you always.
Hey, Joyce.
Awesome. So, I've got David Castle, and you're going to have Kelly's in the house. So, I'm going to have you read one for Kelly. So, she's on deck for you, Theresa.
Kelly.
Yep. And David, kitty cat.
Kelly, kitty cat.
It's our little nickname for
Kelly.
each other.
I miss Kelly up on the
I
screen.
know. I wish she could be
but
on
I love
more.
her. She knows we love her.
Yeah, she's the best. So I've got David Castle. David, I drew the magic card for you, and this is about alchemy. There's magic to be found everywhere if you look for it. You are the magic, that's for sure. Magic is not a miracle, although it can sometimes feel like that. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Have faith in your ability. Weave together all the disparate pieces. Magus is the Latin word for magic. So magus. As a witch, I'm often asked, what is magic? It is a hard question to answer. And also, every practitioner who claims to work with magic would have a unique definition for what it is worth. I see magic as a weaving of energy towards a particular purpose and an alchemic synergistic process. Magic has its heart, participation, and purpose. Magic is deliberate change. Well, I would say David has loads of magic, and he does it with his humor and also with his kind demeanor. Very, very good, very powerful card for you, David. Hope that resonated with you.
All right. Sister Kelly, I'm honored to pull a card for you tonight, sister. All righty. You've got the Peregrine Falcon.
Ooh.
Oops. I can't get a good shot of it here. The Peregrine Falcon, is an Egyptian symbol. Often and amongst other societies, but this is very powerful card, Kelly, because it represents the Eye of Horus, and I'll explain that to you in a second. It's a very high power inner magic card, so it's probably one of the strongest ones in the deck for you, my dear. So let's see what it has to say about it. It's been a while. So yep, the Eye of Horus is shaped exactly as that of the falcon, even down to the drooped teardrop shape at one end. A sign of all-seeing royalty, benevolent protection, and supreme power and unity. It's a magical symbol and still used today in many spells for home and personal protection. You know about Horus, so I won't go into the great detail about Horus. The primary magic of the Peregrine is one of protection. The energy is one of all-seeing observer and protector on high. Work with Peregrine magic when you need some powerful safeguarding or support. The other element I love about working with Peregrine energy is the wise observational quality it provides. When you need to make a decision about a situation and you need to have more information to do so, and you go inside for your thoughts and meditations, having an image of this animal will help you see the full view, to be patient about the gathering of intelligence. You see, none of these cards are intended for you to worship the animal itself. The animal represents a characteristic or a behavior. So you take that energy from that animal into your heart when you're meditating and connecting with higher source is what I do. And the spirit of the animal is part of the divine spirit, and it's part of our spirit, brothers and sisters, is how I look at it. So the final message here for you, Kelly, take a step back, observe a situation, listen and watch before you decide on a course of action, as acting rationally will not serve you in your current situation. You are being supported by powerful forces, Kelly. Do not fear, you are protected.
Yeah, Kelly, knowing my sister as I do, is a
She's
very
strong.
confident, very strong woman, and trust and believe she covers every angle before she makes a decision.
Still
and
nice to know that this is in her card. Because
absolutely,
it's backing
just confirms.
up and confirming
Yep.
who she is as a person.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Well, the two of you share the same energy in that regard.
Yeah, we sure do.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Let's see. I've got Brenda, and you're going to have Gazakab.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yep, you'll have him. Cool.
Joyce, Trina.
So, Brenda, I pulled the East card for you, which is about beginnings. So worry not. A new dawn is breaking. Let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. New ways of being are calling you. Speak up with a clear voice. Do not resist change. In the ancient world, to go east meant to go somewhere new and exotic. The sun rose in the east, so the direction heralded new beginnings and a fresh start. As the east was associated with the air element, it has come to mean a much more cerebral destination or way of processing. The east was a place to find your fortune, a different way to be, and innovations. Eastern religions, Buddhism, Zen, and Hinduism, for example, were completely different paradigms from those of the West with different emphasis and processes. East is one of the quarters called in certain traditions of witchcraft to purify or protect a space. People may call upon the guardians of the East or the Eastern direction as a way of unlocking the protective energies of portals of that element. So new beginnings, I feel like you are doing this. I've seen so much change in you since you started doing your snippets on the Andromeda 7. And it's really been an amazing thing. Look how much your son has influenced so many of us and this perpetual motion that he started. So you could be very proud of him and very proud of yourself. Brenda, thank you so much for being here. And I hope that resonated with you.
Yeah, thank you, Brenda. Yeah. Hi, Michelle McFree.
Hey, the McFree's in the house. Gotta
her
roll the
boots
R.
are doing her walking. She's gonna walk all over you. Boots is her nickname, you know that.
I didn't know that. That's cute.
You were saying bootay for the planet slot? Yeah. Michelle?
Boets is how it was pronounced.
Boets. I call it boots.
Boets.
What do I know? What do I know? All right, this is for Gaza.
Yes, Gaza.
Gaza, don't take any offense to this because this is a very knowledgeable and powerful animal, but it is an elephant.
Very smart. Elephants are smart.
Elephants
great memory,
are smart.
Strong, very social animals.
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment.
That's right. Some people yell at me when I pull the elephant. They go, "Thanks a lot, Theresa." Not seeing this from the right set of lenses.
Exactly.
All right. This one is surrounded by, this is actually someone in a yogi position wearing the head of an elephant surrounded by all kinds of flowers. There's got to be some meaning there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they have to say.
They're highly celebrated in India as well.
The Hindu god Ganesha. There you go. The Hindu god Ganesha was shaped from the earth by the goddess Pavarti,
yep.
When her husband Shiva returned after a long time away from home, the first thing he saw was a handsome young man with Pavarti, and in his anger, he attacked the young man, severing his head. Ooh. Pavarti then revealed who Ganesha was, and Shiva sent his soldiers to return with the head of any sleeping being that was facing the north. An elephant was found, and its head was attached to the body of Ganesha. That explains it.
Huh.
I don't particularly think that's fun. All right, the life of Ganesha
quick, though.
was restored. The life was restored to Ganesha. And Shiva declared that from then on, this elephant-headed young man would always be loved by the community, and his name invoked as a joyful blessing prior to the beginning of major undertakings such as business development and all kinds of projects. So he lops the head off, sticks it on a body for revenge, and then the body comes to life, and it totally changes his perspective on the value of this person. Talk about turning a negative into a positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So elephants are richly represented in mythology in Africa and Asia. Most tales speak of their wisdom and strength and their ability to guide through difficult circumstances. The magic of this animal spirit is powerful yet calm. It can be used when you wish to have obstacles removed or to move out of a limbo situation. You're in limbo. Elephants are wise,
Mm-hmm.
and they take leadership, where their magic is very effective. So if you wish to become a better leader, or at least a wiser one, you would like to attract such a person into your life, ask the elephant to lend her energy to you. Final message for you, Gaza. There is a time to step forward and lead, and it is now. Ooh. Be the leader in your own life. Be the leader in your own life. If you want something achieved, take the lead yourself. Take responsibility. Step up. Be the example that others will follow. Do not lead by force, but try to be that one of inspiration and encouragement.
Lead by example.
Yep.
Always lead by example.
Love you, Gaza.
Awesome.
Hope this helps.
That was a great card. I thought it was interesting that Joyce, Are You Serious, mentioned that elephants are very compassionate as well. I did not know that. So interesting. Yep. Yeah. Love that. Yeah. Let's see. You're going to have Trina next. Teresa, Trina's on decks. I have
Trina. Yep.
And I've got Mandy Moo right now. So Mandy, I pulled the air card for you. Okay. The air card. And this is about motion, being flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought. Move and choose. Find your freedom. Use your voice resourcefully. Stand up for what you believe in. Be mindful of the way you communicate. The element of air has always been associated with movement and with the higher spirit. It is a cleansing element that enables us to fly free and allow our minds to travel. Air is associated with all breath, so breathing the lungs, the voice, music, wind, storm. It is the element of communication. At this most destructive, air is disconnected, chaotic, undisciplined, and untethered. While we consider a storm after a long drought to be cleansing and nourishing, an intense storm, such as hurricane, can be widely destructive. The word airhead normally refers to someone who doesn't
could be me
who doesn't consider things much and who just flits around from one thing to another, that willy-nilly. Finding your own space and healthy motion is important, and finding your own breath of fresh air will enable you to see things differently and to start anew. It really always comes down to balance, doesn't it? I mean, it's you know, if you get too much wind, it's destructive. You don't get enough, it's not enough. So there, you got to find the balance. And I think she is finding her own right now, and she is coming into balance, and she's really starting to realize the really unique and special person that she is.
Yes, indeed.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So, good card for you, Mandy. Awesome.
Okay, I've got Sister Trina B. You know, it just never fails with Trina. All right, Trina, you just draw these cards, do you, don't you? This is the sacred ibis.
Oh.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Dang. See? Yeah. Trina's a powerful soul.
And it popped out twice because I thought I was dropping it, and I put it back in, reshuffled it, came back out again. So, universe wants you to hear ibis.
Okay.
Trina. All right. Now, she knows about all this. The ibis-headed god Thoth, right, was the most powerful god of magic in all worlds. It is said that he told the goddess Isis what powerful spells to use to resurrect her dead husband Osiris. And it was he who assisted her again in knowing the words to remove the poison from her son Horus. Knew the words to remove the poison, right? All books on magic and invocation were to be authored by Thoth, and those who were writers challenged his energy. He authored one book that was so powerful, no human could read it without dying. Thoth was also the god of learning and knowledge. No. Sorry, you just cannot make this stuff up. All right, so the magic here for Trina, knowing that the sacred ibis was a revered creature in ancient Egypt representing Thoth, the god of wisdom and learning, so honored as a gift to Thoth, they were given full mummification and bred especially for this purpose. According to historical accounts from figures such as Aristotle and Strabo, ibises could be found in the streets of the cities, including Alexandria. That's magic of this spirit animal. Is supposed to remind us to be curious, to learn more about the world around us.
I would say that's very true for her.
And if we are students of any kind or wish to know a subject more deeply, we can call upon this energy. I guess this is affirmation for Trina. Thoth teaches us that while we can seek counseling from others, often our best and first port of call is actually, what would Trina say? Ourselves. Right?
Yep.
So she relies a great deal on her own gnosis. Final message, Trina. The getting of wisdom takes time. So be patient with your learning and delve deeper and deeper. Continual learning is a keystone to your growth, Trina. You will succeed in your exams and your studies. While everyone has a source of wisdom within them, not everyone chooses to exercise it, sister. If you cast magic, do it with the full knowledge of the consequences. I don't know how this can help Trina, because Trina's already so much this powerful spirit.
Yeah.
Other than to remind herself that it's worth the time and the effort, even when she's got so much on her plate. We love you for everything you teach us, Trina. Thank you so much.
Yep.
You really open hearts and minds. You really do.
Absolutely. It's hard to put it into words.
We love you. Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
All right.
Love and support you, Trina, always and forever.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got Deborah Sloan's in the house. She just joined us. And Deborah Trudeau, welcome. Good to see you. Julianne Payne, our word alchemist. Hello. I think we have Isby in the house as well, although I can't see him in chat, but they're saying hello to him. So I assume you're there. So just wanted to acknowledge
Sloaney, Deborah Trudeau,
Yep. Let's see. You're going to have a Genevieve is on deck for you. Genevieve.
Didn't I already read? I thought I already read for Genevieve.
Not for Genevieve.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely positive.
Alrighty, okay.
I have Alex Fox. And Alex, I pulled the Building Atoms card for you. Interesting. This is about building. So everything is connected by the same building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. Being stagnant in your beliefs and growth is unnatural. Building and changing is natural. There is room for infinite variety. You know what? Change doesn't always feel like it's good, but change is always good, in my opinion. Change is the most powerful thing you can experience in your life, and it's it just changes you. So the word of power in the Greek is atmos. It means undivided. Many ancient cultures suspected that the world was made up of building blocks that couldn't be seen. That's a mouthful. While the elements of earth, air, fire, and water were part of their thinking, many also thought that even the formidable elements were constructed from something. The ancient Greek philosopher Leucippus and his pupil Democritus suggested around 450 AD that atoms existed they were infinite and that there must be different kinds to reflect the object that was the end result. Indian and Islamic scholars also reported on the ideas of atoms, but it wasn't until the 16th and 17th century that the notion became a serious field of study with Bernier and Boyle and Newton. Wow. The last 200 years have given us a clearer idea of what atoms are made up of. Each atom is composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons, subatomic particles with a positive charge, and neutrons, subatomic particles with no net charge that are slightly bigger than protons. The boundaries of an atom are not well defined, so they're able to connect and vibrate. We can use a scanning tunneling microscope to view surfaces at an atomic level. The idea that we are all connected or that everything is part of a whole is somehow born out of quantum physics. It is not just some romantic ideal, but it is something solid. Wow. That's the first time I pulled the atom card and read that. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, I hope that resonated with you in some form. Thanks for being here, brother. Much love.
Barry Brothers in here, our squirrel buddy.
Oh, I'll get him on the list.
And Chloe.
Oh, hi, Clo.
Hi,
gotcha.
Chloe. Good to see you. She said she just got off work.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got them. Yep, we're good to go.
All right, this is Genevieve, right?
Yep, Genevieve.
All right, Genevieve, this is a really cool card, and you're going to be thrilled with it. And it's the peacock.
Oh.
Okay?
Wow.
The peacock. Now, Genevieve, this means a whole lot of good fortune is coming your way. The universe is letting you know. Be prepared. Be prepared for goodness, for good stuff coming your way. Wow. Okay? Positive. So, the Indian peafowl, it's called, is India's national bird, features in many stories with the Hindu pantheon. According to Hindu beliefs, the peacock was created from one of the feathers of the mythological bird Garuda. The god Shiva rides a peacock into battle, for example. Krishna wears a peacock feather in his headband, and Indra sheltered from his enemies under the wings of a great peacock and rewarded it by creating 1,000 eyes upon its feathers so that it would not have to worry about snakes ever again trying to get it. It is the belief that peacock feathers bring prosperity to a household that links it with the benevolent Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of wealth. You better look that up for pronunciation.
Yeah.
Light and general prosperity. They're beautiful, long-haired, golden-skinned, and dressed in red. She is commonly depicted surrounded by 2 royal elephants, showering her with a flow of abundant water. It says here that if you keep peacock feathers in your home, a flow of wealth will come into it, blessed by Lakshmi herself. This is especially important at Diwali, her biggest festival, which is also called the Festival of Lights. Mandy Moo can tell you what kind of crystal to put by your front door with that peacock feather if you can get a hold of one. Oil lamps and candles are lit in every home, particularly inside and outside every shop and business. These lights are not only to honor the goddess, but also to draw her to the place for her blessings of prosperity. These feathers are also said to help keep flies and other bad insects from the home and invite in vibrant health and high vibes. So the magic of this card, of the spirit of the peacock, that is shimmering and rich. It is the energy you call upon when you need more abundance in all areas of your life. Like the goddess, the peacock represents beauty and pure light. So when you need to clear your space, call upon this iridescent power. Again, go within. I connect with divine, go within, envision that peacock spirit filling you with abundance and prosperity, and set aside all concerns that you might have. Final message: prosperity is coming your way. A flow of abundance is on its way. Expect a new income stream. Clear the energy in your home and office. Clear it out. Do not be to let the new energy in. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
So however you internalize this within your knowing and your gnosis, it's a very powerful message for you, and I wish you the best.
Absolutely.
Genevieve.
Awesome. That's great. You're going to have Michelle McFree, Sister McFree, on deck, Theresa, and I've got Joyce. Are you serious? Joyce, I noticed in chat. Hi, Truth Seeker. Good to see you. Got you on the list. Joyce, I noticed that you put in chat that you were thinking, or you're working on learning how to use the tarot cards. There's a couple quick little tricks things that you should do with your deck when you get them. You need to put some salt all over them, pour some salt on them. Also, because it cleanses the energy, you want to sage them as well. And then it's always good to sleep with them under your pillow so that it can come in contact with your energy. Those are the 3 things I always like to do when I get a new deck. So just wanted to share that with you. And watch a lot of tarot card readings, and you'll see that everybody has their own little way of doing it. So just a couple tips for you. But Joyce, I pulled the Sun card for you. And this is a light. Be grateful for what you have right now. Every day brings new possibilities and new opportunities. Concentrate on building your vitality and health. Shine a strong light upon the dark corners. Honesty and transparency are vital at this time. It's not an exaggeration to say that without the sun, most of life would perish. This fiery star at the center of the solar system is also central to our survival. We orbit around the sun, and it is by far the most definitive and important source of elemental energy for our planet. The sun brings us light and is 85% brighter than most other objects in the Milky Way. A big ball of hydrogen and helium, the heat is radiant outwards from its core. We can see the sun's atmosphere and the coolest part of the sun. When we see an eclipse, fascinatingly, the sun has magnetic fields flowing across it that vary in time and location. An 11-year cycle, solar cycle, is the most prominent variation in which the number and size of sunspots waxes and wanes. Such has been its influence and vital importance that the sun was recognized by ancient people as one of the first deities just as itself. Just like Akhenaten was saying that the sun was the only god, the one and only. Let's see. Later on, solar deities were recognized, and many polytheistic cultures had powerful sun gods. The sun was regarded as a masculine energy. The moon is regarded as a feminine. So most likely due to the sun's fiery and extroverted and extreme nature, the seasons on Earth are directly influenced by the amount of sunlight and a place receives, and at what angle. Winter days are short and winter nights longer as the angle of the sun is lower and more acute. Much gives less heat and light. Being deeply aware of the connecting to seasonal energies, such as the introversion of winter or the explosion of extraction energy, is spring, can help find greater flow and ease in everything, from creation of projects to the conception of a baby. That is the element of fire. You know, it's really good, too, to open up your house and let a lot of sunshine come in, at least for a few hours. Some people keep their curtains closed and all of that. And in the morning, I like to open everything up and just let that sunshine come in and just really embrace the light. And it helps kind of with your attitude and everything throughout the day. So anyway, Joyce, I hope that resonated with you. So thank you for being here and much love to you. All right. You've got
Macri.
Michelle. I wanted to say Michelle.
Michelle, that's another one. Oh, don't co-create another nickname.
Oh, Michelle.
Michelle.
My bell. I love it.
All right, sis, you got the lioness here. Can you hope you can see it? The lioness. She has a crown on her head.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
lioness queen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like
the lioness. And pretty good card here, sis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. In mythology, Michelle, many temple artworks show the lion-headed goddesses or the lion-headed queens. The lion-headed Egyptian goddess was Sekhmet and strides powerfully towards the pharaoh. Her protection is extended to him and around him, effectively providing security and physically safeguarding him, particularly in times of war. The animal itself, let's go into that. Lions have been referred to as the king of beasts because of their sheer power and proud roar. While the lion's mane is probably the most recognizable thing about these big cats, the lioness is the powerhouse of the two, the lioness. They are typically hypocarnivores and do all the hunting, communicating to their pride members by complex verbalizations. Lionesses hunt in teams, teaching younger males and females of their pride how to hunt at the same time. Michelle's been teaching a lot of people a lot of things. Females are more than capable of bringing down large prey, such as buffalo or giraffe, that weigh over a ton. No obstacles too hard to face, I suppose. In teams, lionesses even have been able to bring down elephants. The females are also social animals and live in groups of relatives, the soul tribe. There is a dominant male that provides protection and mating opportunities, although the females will get involved in defense, particularly if they have cubs. The magic for this particular spirit animal, Michelle, if you've ever seen a lioness in the wild, you will immediately understand the nature of the magic of this magnificent feline. Lionesses are hugely powerful and work in teams to bring down prey and to protect the young. The contrast of lethal power and tender protectiveness is the key to lioness magic. Okay, the protector. She's protecting her family, yes, always. She's protecting this tribe, too, from any kind of dark energies, or she's always the one that's out there that's that's turning on the lamp. You know what I'm saying?
Good communicator, too.
No matter how bad things get for herself, personally, and for the rest of us, she's like the steady message.
She's the glue that keeps it together.
Yeah, and she is a protector in that regard. Well, I'm not trying to read into too much for you, Michelle, but that's how I'm seeing this right now. That's the message I'm getting for you. So
I'm feeling
for what it's worth, you're feeling it too. Plug into lioness magic in situations when you need responsible power, when you may need some help in restraining a destructive energy such as rage. Interesting. Never known her to lose her cool. It's probably an inner rage or an inner stress level. Final message here for this card, Michelle. You are strongly protected yourself right now. You are invited to embrace your authenticity and to be unafraid and wisely express your emotions. She's been doing more and more of that. Oh, man. To protect others, we must learn to develop strength in ourselves and know the power of restraint ourselves, which is what real power is, restraint.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Michelle, I wish you continued success because I think you're already on this path, sister.
Absolutely.
And I think this is just an affirmation for you.
Yep, I could see that.
And a realization that what you're doing is extremely important to the tribe. We all appreciate you very much.
And not just the tribe, but to your family,
family
as well,
too.
Michelle.
Yeah, the boys.
It's very, very important.
Josh, all of them.
Sure, she's a great mom. Yep. Let's see. Brandy Robinson just joined us. Hi, Brandy. And also Delaney Pearl Jones just joined us. Yeah, got you folks on the list. We're moving through it. Also, we've got some cool orbs at the end of the show, so stick around. Let's see. I've got Deborah Sloan, and you're going to have Deborah Truo on deck for you, Theresa.
Double Debbies.
Double D's.
Mine's Truo.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
right.
You've got Truo, and I've got Sloaney. So Sloaney, Deborah Sloan. Hope I can call you that.
All right.
I pulled the cave card for you, and this is about protection. Yeah, interesting. You are loved and protected in your endeavors. Know yourself. Taking silent time is good for your mental health. Retreating after periods of extreme hard work is a positive. Be embraced by nature. Caves can be considered to be the first human shelter and temples. These natural spaces in the ground or by the sea, and including rock walls or rocks, provided shelter and temperature control in extreme environments. For example, fire for the warmth and cooking would be safe from the wind and the precipitation. Caves are normally formed by erosion, most commonly of limestone, by water or wind. Caves are the natural habitat for specific bacteria, plant species, and animals such as bats and salamanders. They became a natural haven for art and communication with the gods and ancestors. The oldest cave art found at the time of writing is in South Africa at a pinnacle point. It is estimated to be about 170,000 years old. Sacred caves used for ritual, such as those in Crete, India, and China, often contain sacred paintings and statues and were further hollowed out to expand them. The fact that many caves have an incredible sound qualities, such as magnification of sound or echoing, allows for more otherworldly aspects to come to the fore. Caves were also seen by some cultures as portals to the other or underworlds and were enlisted burial sites. I get a little bit of hermiting with this card for you. And that's just introspective, going within and then kind of shutting out all the external stuff and really focusing on yourself. And I believe you absolutely do that. Yeah, interesting card. I don't remember pulling the cave card either. So lots of new cards coming out of the deck tonight, Theresa.
I can tell.
Yeah, Deborah Sloan, I hope that resonates with you. And thank you so much for being here. Much love to you.
Okay. This is for Deborah Truo. She's still here. This is interesting. I've pulled bat before out of the Native American.
Yes.
This is the fruit bat, Deborah. And fruit bats, and it's showing a large mythical fruit bat. Although I've seen pictures of bats this big hanging upside down. I've even posted them before.
Yes, it is amazing. It's kind of freaky to see them that big.
Yeah, they are gorgeous bats, believe it or not. Okay, they're also known as the flying fox. Okay. Yeah. So in mythology, Deborah, Princess Laotigi was royalty from the Samoan Islands, from Samoa. She was sent to Tonga to become the second wife of the King Samoa at the time. This was not a love match. She was sent as a part of a peace treaty through marriage between the kingdoms. Although sealing alliances through marriage was a common practice, often those wives that were part of this kind of union were treated badly and looked down upon by the community. Okay? One day as she walked through the gardens, Latogi discovered a baby bat that was sick and wounded. She was a kind and gentle woman, and in her mercy, looked after the little bat until it was well again. She then released it back into its colony. This act didn't remain a secret, as the royal court watched everything Leitogi did. The courts laughed at her kindness and thought her weak and stupid, which made her an easy target when the king's fortunes declined. The royal court suggested that it was Leitogi who caused the king's problems, and they decided to kill her by burning her on a pyre.
Wow.
The flames were lit, and the flames rose to engulf her when suddenly the sky darkened. The baby bat and his family had not forgotten the kindness of the princess and had come to help her. Thousands upon thousands of bats flew above the fire, urinating down on the flames to extinguish them.
Wow.
Leitogi was saved, but her trials were not yet over. Frustrated, the Tongan kings exiled her to a very small island with nothing to eat. The island was completely barren, so the king and his court were sure that Leitogi would soon starve. Again, the fruit bats assisted her. They brought her food, including fruits and seeds, and they kept her happy with their smiling company. What you put out there, what you receive.
Yep.
Soon the island became one of fertility and plenty, as many as the bats made it their new home. This kind princess was very happy. Excuse me. And she became a goddess of plenty and fertility and the patroness protector of all bats. So, sorry, I have a cold coming on. It's been coming on for days. The magic in this is that fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring that seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings. When you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility, have that image of the spirit of the fox and the bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The final message here for you tonight, Deborah. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts. Spread the seeds of goodwill, and eventually your fortunes will grow. Hope it resonates with you, Deborah.
I see Deborah as being very kind, very courteous type of woman, extremely intelligent. I get that feeling from her. She's really smart and on the ball. Also, too, the cards that we're reading from is the Stacy DeMarco Elemental Oracle I'm reading from. And Theresa has her deck as well, same author, Divine Animal Oracle. And these are really great cards. Yep. You got it, Deborah True. I hope that resonated with you. And thank you so much for being here. Got Julianne Payne. You okay over there, Theresa? Okay. I've got Julianne Payne, and Jules, I pulled the rock card for you. Yeah, amazing. And this is about endurance, okay? Look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression as long as progression is being made. Everyone knows a rock when they see it, although most of us do not notice much about them. There are three kinds of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. Rocks are a key component of the Earth's outer solid layer and the crust. The mining of rocks for human use has existed since prehistoric times. Rocks for building, mental ore, and gemstone content are but a few reasons they are mined at the scales they are. Rocks can be shaped over time, elements such as water and wind, river rocks, for example, because of the erosion effects of the water becoming smoothly shaped with no corners. On a huge scale, canyons such as the Grand Canyon were worn down by the water and wind, yet they endure. The cultures that have a deep spiritual belief in the connectedness of everything and close association with the land itself. Rocks are as alive as any animal or human. The rocks in these frameworks have stories to tell and lessons to teach. Some are used in paintings, some to hold sacred tracts of water, and in ochre painting of the body to reinforce the dances and spiritual rituals of the culture. Yes, they ground down the rocks, add water to it, and they use it for paint. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But Jules is a very grounded person, extremely grounded. But
Is
it's
that
about
a tree? Are you holding the tree?
Yeah, it's a tree sitting on top. Yeah, a tree sitting on top of a rock. That's exactly it. I mean, this is how grounded Jules is. This is the perfect card for her. It really is amazing.
That's what popped out.
Almost every single card I pulled, except the Sun card tonight, is a card I've never pulled before.
Yeah.
So there's some kind of synchronicity in these decks tonight, and the reason why we chose them. But anyway, Jules,
Field's here. Fieldy's here. Field guy.
Field guy 316. Good to have you here.
I call him Fieldy.
Yeah, I like that.
Good to have you. I forgot who I'm.
You have Isby. I'm sorry.
Oh, was it Ken? Okay. Hang on just a second, Ken.
Yeah.
I'm having a little.
I've got Barry
allergy act up here.
Yeah.
Spring is here and things are changing. I'm getting the
allergies. I've been noticing that myself. Yeah, lots of allergies.
Yep.
So Barry's on deck. I'll have Barry. You've got Ken. Yep. You've got Isby.
And I got Ken right now.
Oh, that one just jumped out.
Well, now that's interesting. Let me do that again. That's jeez. And I shuffled really good. Okay, well, we got another fox here. Ken's a fox. There you go, fox man. Here you go. It's another kind of fox. It's not a bat, but it's an actual fox. Okay. This fox is camping out under a giant mushroom for some reason. So
wow.
We'll see what that is here. Okay.
All right. Wow.
Well, it's fine today, and all of a sudden it's acting up on me.
Yeah, it's usually early in the morning and the end of the day. Yeah,
it's always at nighttime. Okay. Now, in this deck, this is not the American Indian version of this. This is more of a worldwide celebration of these spirits. The mythos behind this one, Ken, is kami, the spirits worshipped by the Shinto religion. It can be rocks, trees, animals, even phenomena such as lightning, or noted ancestors who have passed. They are manifestations of a concept called mushubi, which is the interconnecting of powerful life forces weaving everything together. The kami are manifestations of the energy of nature, or nature itself, not apart from nature. Not apart from nature. In Japan, Inari are the spirits of prosperity, good harvests of rice, the making of sake, fertility, and the fox, white Kinsu fox, is both messenger and avatar. The Inari temples often have red-ribbed Kinsumi at the gates, as they are protectors of the sacred gateways. The worship of Inari probably is older than the birth of Christ.
Wow.
But the oldest temple found dates from somewhere around 700 AD.
Wow.
Okay. Let's moving on here. They have a long association with human beings. Foxes feature in many mythologies and storytelling in Western cultures as well. China, Russia, First Nation cultures of America, Canada, and throughout the Arctic regions. So there's a worldwide acceptance and a long time unification with the spirit of the fox. Okay. The magic for this spirit, if you need some prosperity in your life, Ken, or you are wishing for a more connected relationship to the world on any level, the Inari Okami spirit may be able to give you a strategy to assist. As in the Inari and their kitsune is a living tradition, you can also use modern Shinto ways. That's interesting.
Wow.
To honor them. And if you're lucky enough, you can visit one of the kitsune temples in Japan. Fox magic is transformational. Foxes can help you find the best way to get through any puzzling or difficult situation. So when you do your meditations or going inside, doing that inner work, having that image of the spirit of the fox can be very powerful. So it's final message for you from the universe tonight, Ken. Work through a strategy that you have created from your own gnosis and your own knowing, that you know yourself better than anyone else, to get at what you want. So this is affirmation to keep on going, Ken. This is a time of transformation, so don't hide what you really are, or who you really are. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunities will keep coming. So keep on doing what you're doing is the message I get from this, and maybe spend more time out in nature, spend more time going internally. I know you've been doing all of that, but best of luck to you, Ken.
Yeah, and the most important thing, Ken, is just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't go back. Don't go too far forward. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do. Awesome. Great card. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, you're going to have Chloe next. So Chloe's on deck for you, Theresa. And I've got Barry Chat this week. So
you got Barry?
I got Barry.
Hey, bro.
Barry, bro. So Barry, I pulled the Wildness Electricity card for you.
Ooh, stud.
Ooh. And it's wildness. Embrace your wildness.
Wild child.
Yeah. Embrace your wildness. Break free of your self-imposed constraints. Take immediate action. There is no need for further consideration of your problem. You contain the spark of the divine. So there is no reason to feel lesser. Confront the issue head on. Have you ever stood out in a storm and felt the power of the lightning? Have you ever felt the hairs go up on your neck and arms and smelt the ozone after the crack? While I'm not encouraging you to go into harm's way, feeling the power of lightning is the amazing way to get connected to the element of electricity. Electricity isn't just generated during storms. It is pretty much everywhere. Our bodies generate and conduct electricity, and we run on electricity. Each of our cells is designed to conduct energy through electrical currents, and the chemical elements in our bodies as such, as calcium, potassium, and sodium, elicit and particular electrical change. These electrified elements which flow across cells are called ions. Our bodies use certain combinations of electrical impulses to form thoughts, movements, and instructive behaviors. Some fish generate enough electrical impulse to shock prey. Certain organs, such as the muscular heart, need specific electrical currents to work. The electrical impulse that caused the heart to jump is possibly the best example we can see of how the spark of electricity is vital to our balance and health. The spark of the divine is within you, and it is the electric in inspiration. Wow, that was a powerful card. Lots of power there. Barry's got a lot of power. He is an extremely strong guy, no doubt, and he perseveres, and that perseverance is just really makes up who you are. And I'm so proud to know you, Barry Chad. You're an amazing man. So great card for you. Thank you so much for being here. Much love to you always.
Yes, he is amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've got-
Except. Just one thing. Just one thing.
Okay.
He eggs Doug on too much in the chat room.
That's just playful bantering.
The two of them together. And then we've got the two Debras up here. Deborah Trio.
Yes.
Deborah, you've got the cave and I've got the bat. We're all set.
Yeah.
That's pretty
that
interesting.
Was cute. Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. All right. Okay.
Phil guy said he almost got struck by lightning once. Yeah. Big Al got struck by lightning.
Yeah, he did.
The catalyst for him for the spiritual awakening. So yes, powerful stuff. No doubt about it.
All right. So Chloe, my dove, my love, we have missed you too.
Yes.
But not a day doesn't go by that somebody doesn't mention you in David Null's chat.
Yep.
Okay. So you're always on our hearts and our minds, Chloe. So even if you're not in the chat room, we are sending you all kinds of hugs and love constantly. And you know Michelle is. Okay. So I'm glad you made it tonight. All right. What you've got here is a seahorse. And this is a mystical, magical creature, the seahorse. Okay.
Yes.
But there's a really good lesson here for the seahorse. Because I remember this because I pulled this once a few weeks ago. Do you remember?
Yeah, I thought so.
The mythology behind it. Salacia. She was a beautiful, beautiful girl. She was a young sea nymph. She was happy and content that she kept a sea garden of beautiful corals and seahorses, and that's all she cared about. She was very innocent. But the Neptune took one look at her. It's like, I got to have her for my wife. So he pursued her and scared her. Just scared her. She just ran off. She just ran off into a completely different ocean as far, far away from Neptune as she could get because he was after her. And so he sent the dolphins to find her. He sent the dolphins. The dolphins searched all the seas until they found her hanging out with her little seahorse friends, you know?
Yeah.
So somehow he tried to let her know he didn't mean any disrespect or harm. He just thought she'd make a beautiful wife, you know? The dolphins found her and explained his fears to her. That, oh my gosh, I'm upsetting her. I scared her. She went off. You know, I didn't mean to do that. So she came back with them, and she consented to marriage. And Neptune loved her and honored her. She wore pearls in her hair and rode on a pearl shell chariot driven by the seahorses and the dolphins to signify the equal union between male and female. Okay, so it's divine masculine and feminine. So the magic here in this spirit of seahorse, like most ocean-based elemental magic, the key here is flow and fluidity, going with the flow, the fluidity. However, seahorse magic can best be utilized around issues of equality. If you want to be seen as an equal, or you're being discriminated against in any way, sex, race, or status, you can ask for the help of seahorse energy and receive balance and justice. I particularly think it goes a little bit further than that, though. Seahorse head, seahorse pulling a chariot as your vision. Beautiful sea goddess with seahorses is another vision you can have in your mind when you're meditating. Final message, Chloe. Seek equality in all relationships, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. You can, but hiding from your fears is really not a good strategy. It's time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labors in your world are shared equally. Balance. It's about balancing those energies of masculine and feminine. So it might not necessarily be a lover. It could be a friend, or it could be within yourself. Those powers within yourself. That's a struggle sometimes, you know. So finding that internal strength from the masculine and the flowing ease of a feminine together will help you get through difficult times and making difficult decisions. So you're beautiful, and I have no doubt Neptune would want to nail you there. Thank you, Chloe.
That's funny.
Well, thank you for all the love. She's like a mirror image of Michelle.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, lots of people in here are.
They're like
they're full of it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep.
It's an honor to be a part of this group, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're going to have Delaney Pearl Jones is on deck for you, Theresa, and I've got Truth Seeker. Truth Seeker. I pulled
Delaney.
The rain card for you. Wow. I was just really looking at that. So it's interesting. There's a 7 in the middle of this tree.
Yeah.
And it's like a human tree almost. Interesting.
Yeah.
The conditions of greater prosperity are being met. Know that all will be well. Cleanse yourself of old, outdated views. You have everything you need to grow. Let yourself be cleansed. The sound of rain on leaves or a tin roof, the sweet smell of rain as it hits the thirsty earth after a hot day.
Yeah.
The simple pleasures of life, no doubt about that. You soon know how much rain contributes to the balance and health of the land when you haven't had any for a long time. You also understand how much it contributes to the positive mental health of communities that have been locked in drought states for a considerable length of time. Rain is liquid water from the atmosphere that has become heavy enough to fall under gravitational pull. It is a part of the life-giving water cycle and is the main supplier of fresh water to the land. Raindrops can vary in size due to the temperature and the rare of coalescence. The amount of rain helps from biomes and ecosystems. Without rain, we have less Fecundity.
Spell it again.
Fecundity.
Fecundity? It sounds like they
Fecundity. Fecundity. Wow. Boy, that just got all jumbled up in my brain.
Big old word.
Woo. Fecundity. Wow.
Ask Michelle. She'll know.
Yeah. Anyway, that stuff. Plant life, particularly plants that supply food, do not thrive without rain or irrigation. Drought affects animals and pollinators such as fruit bats and bees, which are integral to the production of food. Some biomes are wetter than others and have almost constant rainfall, such as rainforest. Human intervention has influenced rain patterns. Particles of solid or liquid matter suspended in the air can increase cloud condensation and trigger a rain event. Man-made global warming is also affecting rain patterns, with some areas becoming drier and some having more intense rainfall. You know, I'm not sure if everybody in the chat room knows much about programming your water. The whole time I'm reading this, I'm thinking about how to program your water. So, pour yourself a glass of water, put some ice in there, and then speak favor to that water. Send it love, healing, any kind of energy that you want to get out of it. Add to that water, because anything you add to water is going to be digested into your body. So use the frequency to program the water. But this is very interesting. This gal is standing really tall and rooted in the earth and just, allowing that moisture to come in. So allow the sweetness of life to come in and try programming some of your water. It's interesting. Okay. Truth Seeker, I hope that resonates with you. Again, this is another card we've never pulled before. So it's just astounding to me how many of these we're getting tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Man.
All right. Okay, so for Sister Delaney.
Yep.
This came. It was a toss-up.
Fertility. I'm sorry. I have to. Delaney, thank you for that. That means fertility, that word.
Awesome. She looked it up.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I have a feeling she already knew it.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Fecundity.
It's just for some. Yeah, it's not a word I come across very often. And it's like, how do you.
Elderberry's son is here, Youngerberry. Can he please have a card?
Yes.
All right, Delaney, sister. I kept getting 3 cards kept coming out, so I have to pick one here. But one is so you know what they are. The first one was the tarantula. That's not a bad card. It's pretty powerful spider card. The second one is a hyena, and the third here is the honeybee. So when I put them back in to just pick the one, the honeybee came out. So that's what I'm being told.
Okay.
But if you want to look up the spiritual significance of the tarantula and the hyena on your own, you can do that, or you can contact me and I'll read it to you. But this is the honeybee, which came out the second time around. So we're going to go with this one, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's see. There's a mythology about bees too. Of course there is. Arcturus was the son of Cyrene, the huntress, and the god Apollo. It was said that Cyrene was not interested in the traditional womanly things and instead wanted to hunt in the forests and conquer cities. When Aristeus was born, Apollo gave him to the god Hermes for education, and what an education it was. Let's skip over here. Let's see. Later, as an adult, Aristeus accidentally caused the death of a nymph, Eurydice. In their rage and sorrow, her sisters killed every bee that Aristeus worked with. Apparently, he worked with bees. He was devastated. He wanted to work with the bees again and also make amends, so he consulted the wise Proteus, who suggested that he could honor Eurydice by making sacrifices of 4 bulls and 4 cows. As the bodies lay upon the altar, 8 great swarms of bees took flight from them. It is said all bees come from these 8 swarms. Alrighty, so the magic behind here. How I love bee magic. As a beekeeper, I am privileged to experience the magic of bees every day, from the way they literally turn sunshine into honey. They always dance and communicate with one another through dance, and the way they bring life to the garden by pollinating them. This goes back to what we were discussing the other night about the dance, the higher beings, before we materialized completely into human form.
Yep.
We communicated through vibration, dance, rhythm, harmony. We swayed back and forth. That inner frequency, that inner knowing, that inner tune that you get inside. Call upon this magic when you want to improve your communication and connection with divine and other people. It is wonderful energy to use when you are attempting to find balance and a proper level of give and take in a relationship, work, or situation. Bee magic can also be used to stimulate your garden and your creativity. It can bring you a sense of calm before a storm. In other words, don't kick the bee's nest, but find a way to approach things with calm and not anger, not lashing out, going inside, doing that dance of calmness, of spirit, before you bring out your message. That's what I'm getting out of it. Let's see, your final message here. Delaney, we must give and take, and if we make a mistake, we must make amends. The earth revolves around reciprocity to remain balanced and to grow, as humans are part of the earth, so this applies to them as well. Listen in order to work happily with others. Listen to what they're saying, have empathy for them. It's important to learn to communicate effectively, as there may be a breakdown in communications. Okay? Stepping up, owning responsibility, meeting your situation, admitting when you're right, admitting when you're wrong, and seeking to find better ways of effective communication. The bee spirit, the spirit of the bee can bring this to you, Delaney. So it's a good card. And again, if you want to know what hyena and tarantula are, I'll be happy to share that with you later. Hope it resonates,
Awesome.
Delaney. Hope it resonates.
Awesome. Yep. Okay. I've got a card for Brandy Robinson. And Brandy, I pulled the Comfort Hearth card. Take some time out to rest and regenerate. Know what makes you comfortable. Keep the home fires burning. Create a peace and a beautiful home life. Nourishing the mind, body, and spirit is important at this time. Focus on your inner life. For our ancestors, the hearth or home fire was the heart of the home. A fire always burned there, ready for warming or cooking. The hearth fire was stoked carefully and rarely allowed to go out, as it was a source of comfort for all and often a place where family and friends would meet. I mean, think about before television, you know, everybody would just sit there and stare into the fire and do their scrying kind of a thing. The city temple of the goddess Vesta in Rome was considered the sacred heart of the city and was where faculus or hearth was contained. This was a fire that burned as the sacred heart of the city and its territories. A second fire, one of protection, was also within the temple. Vesta's temple was one of the only places of worship to be circular in design and was completely covered to protect the holy flame from being snuffed out by the weather. The saying, "Keep the home fires burning," was inspired by this practice in Rome. Husbands were often sent away on military duty for years on end. However, their wives were expected to not just keep the home and often the business running, but faithfully wait for their husbands until their return. Vesta was the goddess to whom to pray to ensure the family members' safe return and keep the fires of love stoked. In these busy times, it is important to focus on a place where you can feel safe and comfortable. While many of us don't have a literal hearth, the home, whatever that is, should be a place created to inspire peace and nourishment. And Brandy, I'm sure that you love your home. I could see you definitely by the fire or that light, enjoying every bit of it, everything that you worked so hard to obtain, and all that comfort that you're experiencing. So I hope this card resonated with you. I have pulled this one a couple times before. So anyway, that was for you, Brandy Robinson. Thank you so much for being here. So much love for you. Appreciate you. And then let's see, Theresa, you're muted, sweetie. You on the mute, girl.
That's good because I've been sitting here snickering because Delaney.
Oh, is she going off?
She had the same reaction I had to that term. She says, "I wonder if fuculus was celibate."
Yeah, kind of had to go. Like, didn't want to, you know. Yeah,
I picked up on it. I just didn't say anything.
Focus, fuculus.
Yes, but I mean, you know, what a name, what a word. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Too
terrible.
Close.
Delaney, you're a hoot.
Yep, gotta love her. You've got Field Guy, 316, Theresa. Yeah, you've got Fieldy.
Oh, I thought we had the okay, Fieldy. Hang on,
yep.
Fieldy. Hang on.
Doug Stack, Elderberry's son, and Darth. Darth is in the house. Hi, Darth. Good to have you with us. So we've got about 4 more to go, and then we can get on to the orbs here.
Fieldy.
Field Guy.
Yeah. He appeared live from a restaurant on Scotty Roberts the other night. He was helping Scotty set up his StreamYard.
Thanks for being good, Field Guy. Yeah. He said, "I'm being good tonight." We know you're a good man.
He's a Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine.
Wow. Ooh, he's a tough guy, no doubt.
Got a little armor and shield there.
Heck yeah. Don't mess with the Wolverine.
All right.
He'll tear you up.
Number 5. Well, he can over a good political conversation, that's for sure. All right. But there is a soft, cuddly side to Field Guy that he won't admit. But it's there.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. I know it's there. Okay.
Dang.
Let's see. The mythos. Vidar was a young son of Odin and the giantess Grior. Vidar's half brothers were Thor and Loki. His land is described in the Edda as a high place of brushwood and tall grasses, and it is said that his companion animal was the wolverine, which was fierce, strong, and secretive. Fierce, strong, and secretive. He was called upon to uphold vows, especially vows of secrecy, and he had magical shoes that made him strong and could take him anywhere. Vidar showed his determination and fierceness at the time of Ragnar, the end of the world. Vidar is one of only a few gods who survive Ragnar. It had been prophesied that the world would end with the wolves eating the sun. The mighty wolf Fenrir had battled Odin and All-Father, and they had fallen. Vidar saw his father fall, screamed for vengeance, and set upon the wolf. He took off one of his shoes and placed it in the open jaws of Fenrir, keeping the wolf's jaws open and wide, and then plunged his sword again and again into the wolf's mouth, eventually killing him. Many of the mythos from First Nations of the United States also feature the Wolverine, mainly as a trickster-type figure. Okay? However, the magic in the spirit of the Wolverine is for you to be utilized when you need real will and determination. When you are against the odds and you need a bit of healthy fierceness to get things done, you can call on this animal's spirit energy. Also, if you wish to have an energy witness to keep a vow or secret safely for you, Wolverine would be a great choice. So the image for this in your mind, in your meditation or your thought, would be tracks in the snow, wolverine claws, striped back, man with big shoes, shoe in the mouth, long claws. They're giving you all this imagery of the Wolverine. I like this one here because it's mighty fierce. It's got his jaws open, and he's got the shield and the sword above him. So it's a pretty strong symbol. Final message, Fieldy. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. You can be fierce, but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. For some reason, they're telling you loyalty is important. Be fierce, be staunch in your support, but don't lash out in anger. Hope that means something to you, Field.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you're a great guy, Field. Thanks for helping Scotty. We love you.
Yeah, definitely. You're awesome in our book.
Yep.
Okay. I've got Doug Stack, and you're going to have Elderberry's son. Elderberry Jr.
Okay, so you're doing Doug's son, and I'm doing Younger Berry.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. Younger Berry, and I've got Doug Stack.
Okay.
Okay, Doug. Gotcha. Doug, I pulled the water card. This is creation. Flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. It is true that water is life. Without it, we perish. Along with most other life on this planet, we are watery creatures ourselves, and up to 60% of our body's composition being water. Our lungs are over 80% of water, and even our dry old bones are 31% water. Wow, that's a lot. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Water is tasteless, colorless, transparent, flowful, and has no calories, but is perhaps the most vital element on Earth. Water is used for drinking in agriculture, manufacturing, and energy production, and in joyful recreation. It is a biome in itself. Water is found in rivers, lakes, and in salted form in the oceans. It is mist, fog, condensation, and is frozen into ice, sleet, hail, and snow.
Oh.
As an element, spiritually, water is related to flow, prosperity, and in the direction of water movement. The tide cycle is used in spellcraft with workings done on incoming tide for the bringing of prosperity, love, and blessings, and on the outgoing tide to remove and release what no longer is desired. Water magic is both powerful and gentle, and almost all ancient cultures had water deities, including genus, loci, or spirits of lake, rivers, springs, even man-made wells. As the climate warms, the pressure on water supply will become acute. Also, places that flooded only occasionally may do so with greater volume and frequency, causing destruction and imbalance. So, Doug, the thing that came to my mind is, when you're sitting at your fire pit there and you're kind of decompressing from the day, I think a good thing for you to do is visualize, any kind of energy coming in. So picture a wave coming at you if you want to receive something more. And then also as the tide goes out, releasing. And I think that's a great way for you to kind of meditate and just acknowledge the day and let go of some of the things you don't want to, that you need to let go of. And then bring in the things that you want to bring into your life, or at least in that moment of decompression. That's what I call coming home after work, is decompressing from the day. Because you walk into your home and it's like that membrane. You walk through the doorway and the membrane, you're just like, the outside world is gone. So yeah, just thought I'd tell you that, Doug. Love you, Doug. Thanks for being here. Hope that resonated with you. All right.
Okay, so Younger Berry, right?
Yep.
Younger Berry. All right, Younger Berry, I pulled Snake. But it's not just any snake. It's one of the mythical. I can't get this to line up. Can you see Snake?
Yeah, it's got a lot of white.
Yeah, let's go over this way with it. Let's go over this way with it. Let's see.
There it is. Yes, I see it.
Yeah, it's wrapped around the tree.
Okay. It's a big snake too.
Yeah,
okay.
Remember that symbol from Egypt?
Yep, sure do.
The snake?
Yeah.
Magical creature it is. Okay, now this is coming from Australia now. Okay? The Australian Aboriginal culture is the longest continually existing culture on the planet. And so, in turn, the rainbow serpent mythology is one of the oldest creation stories in existence. The serpent mythology is a rich one with many variants and features in art and oral storytelling that are widespread across the continent. It strongly centers on the element of water. Some believe the rainbow serpent brought water from the heavens when the world was created. I guess Jules and Mandy Moo could tell you all about this.
Mm-hmm.
When there was nothing on earth, the rainbow serpent cracked through the crust of the earth and began her journey of waking up all of life. As she moved and traveled, stopped and slept with her body, the rainbow serpent created gullies and gorges, mountains and valleys, and of the water lines that joined them all. Once water appeared, life on earth began to flourish. All the animals, reptiles, and birds awoke and began their life cycles. The rainbow serpent created humans and gave tribes animal totems. Each tribe could eat what they wished except for their totem, which meant balance and hunting in nature, and all had food to eat. Snakes are one of the most powerful symbols of animals. Mm-hmm. And most famous in mythology.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to name them
very
all.
Intelligent.
Very intelligent, yep. So the magic of the spirit, though, of snake in general, and there's various different ones that had good snakes, bad snakes, the magic would be, it would be possible to write a variety of thick books simply on a single snake magic, okay? For our purposes here, the snake magic for the two main intentions: first, for creation, second, for protection. Snake energy is almost unmatched in its ability to stimulate the flow of creative forces, enabling those ideas and concepts to be successfully transformed into reality. The snake magic helps you with the transformation of your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Like shedding the skin.
Yeah.
Just letting go of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's for you, for your son, Elderberry.
Yep. Let's see. As far as protection goes, They are the protectors of truth and all that is good. If you are worried about being robbed, about others stepping over your boundaries or you, and you need energy to keep you safe, coiling snake magic is the perfect one to invoke.
Mm.
Picture that coiled snake when you're doing your deep thoughts, meditations. Final message, younger Barry.
That's so cute.
It's time to shed your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to try something new in your life. Creation is your birthright. You must understand that to remain stagnant means atrophy.
Mm-hmm.
So do not fear your own creative flows. If you have a physical ailment, healing will occur. You are capable of big transformation. If you haven't begun, get off your butt and begin. So I don't know what that means for younger Barry, but hope it resonates. If you're anything like your dad, you'll get there. Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's move on to the orbs. So again, still getting a lot of activity at the shop, and I keep feeling these prompts to like drop in and check out the video. And when I do, I'm just getting all kinds of interesting things. So let's see. This first one is what's been happening. Let me see if I can blow that up. If you kind of look at the left of the screen, you're going to see all kinds of stuff kind of happening there. And there's little streams shooting across up from the ground. Now, according to Mozzarella, these are earthbound, not physical spirits, but they're from the earth.
Right.
So I don't know if they consider them to be like elementals. Yeah.
Like fairies.
Yeah. So I can tell you there's no like negative energy or anything like that at the shop, but it is quite interesting. Yeah, you can just see them shooting all over, and they leave little trails all over the place. Check out those trails, especially on the left side. There's one that came up from the floor. Now I've got a picture of that, but I'll show you the videos. I have two videos. So that's that one. Now here's a second video. Let me,
this one is.
Yeah. So this one, you can see it at the bottom of the floor, and it shoots up from the floor. See them just popping up?
Yeah, they're hopping over the top of that car back there too.
Yeah, they're just like, free for all, which is really. There's one right there. There's a very thick one. But this is the kind of stuff going on all the time. And it's only after everybody leaves this activity starts.
A little light. There's a flashing light back there over the top of that car back in the hallway in the very back.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an orb. Those aren't orbs. Those are headlights. See, I'm going up. The orbs are up front here, though. My goodness.
Yes, it's this area in the corner that seems to have the most activity.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one coming up from the floor. You can see
they're all coming up from the floor, and then they go back down periodically.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy stuff. Crazy. There's another one.
And I know they're not bugs because we've blown them up and we've looked at them. And
and it's because of the trails that they leave. And they all are very similar. I'm not seeing any kind of difference. See, you can see the headlights coming in. Somebody's pulling up. Mm-hmm. So you can tell when that's going on. But still, there's just major stuff happening.
We caught a few, though.
Yeah. So we've got some stills of it. And so I thought I'd show you this because you can really see the stuff. And this is really interesting. So this, if you look in the left-hand corner, there's like a gray patch right there. Now, this is one that came up from the floor on the first video. And then Theresa blew it up and caught this action going on. So you can see like the head of it here, and then you've got kind of a tail coming up from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a better picture of it.
This one almost looks like a mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
It almost looks like a mask.
Really
but what she's referring to is on the right-hand side of this object, there are these black squiggly lines. They're segmented.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's actually like a coil. It's almost like a slinky. And no matter
That's
what
what it
size,
reminds me of.
yeah, no matter what size you make of it, this thing looks like it's springing back and forth,
Yeah.
almost like a slinky effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's another one. This is very interesting, and this is just before it starts to manifest. So right in the middle of the screen at the bottom here, you see this, fuzzy shape here. And then as it lifts up, you can see the trail that it leaves.
Again, it's like a
just
coil.
like a slinky. Yeah, like a coil. And then
now this one, folks, came in.
That's how it moves.
And it moved like it hopped, kind of like a slinky. No, it hopped like a bunny almost, and then it jumped up and attached to a curtain and went up the curtain.
Yeah.
So it was an orb that flew down. It landed and it went hop, 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 and then up
and
to
then
up
shot
a curtain.
up.
And each time it left a trail behind it.
Now look at this one. This comes up from the floor, and you can see a very solid trail. And then at the top of it, seems like there's a bright light on it now. Now that could be a reflection of some of the lighting that's on at night, but I don't think so.
No, this one was actually full length like this. This is not a trail. This is actually an orb that actually came in like a rod. We call them thought forms. But because it was bending and it wasn't straight and it was like a snake. It's like you're looking at a snake, but it's in another dimension.
Yeah.
It was just the whole body. It wasn't, it was all glowing. It wasn't an orb.
So this is as it started to manifest. And then this second one here is how Theresa ran it through a filter and actually saw this. Now, this next one is going to be really something.
Do you see the faces? Do you see the faces?
Yeah, I tend to
feel... the top part and then on the body itself.
Yeah.
You tend to feel that's periodola. But
sometimes
your floor's not behind that.
That's the thing.
Vertical. There's no floor.
That was my point. Yeah. So awesome. So now this one is interesting because this car that is over here is a Nash. I forget what year it is, but it's an older vehicle. It's kind of rare. They didn't make a lot of them. Very tiny car. Anyway, this is owned by one of the guys that runs the shop for me. And you can see this light coming out of the top of it. And so Theresa's blown this up a little bit, and you can really see. Here's another look at it.
It's just like a weird shape. I don't know what the heck.
Yeah. I mean, almost vaporous. And look how thick it is. So from a distance, this is what you're seeing. Here, let me get this one.
I mean, it looks like an owl sitting on a tree branch, but that's not it. It's just
but you can just see there's energy. Yeah. There is frequency and energy. It is happening. There's no denying it. I am convinced 100% because I'm seeing it all the time, and it's amazing to me. There's one that's a little thicker. Okay, now if you want to talk about this one is
this
one
is
that Brian Lunsford.
No, Fieldy, this is not the surface of the moon. We are not showing moon shots. All right. So Brian Lunsford, y'all, he posted a video earlier. Go to his channel. Take a look at he's playing a game of tennis ball with his golden retriever, Goldie, and the new dog. And as he's out in the garage and filled up the pool for the dogs and the kids to play with, the dogs are running around. And there's all these orbs. And if you were to see his video, it would be like a swarming effect. But they're coming from all angles, up, down, around, in swirls, circles. They're giving off blue lights, and some of them are perfectly round and blue. So what I did is I blew it up. I captured one, and I blew it up. And you're seeing different pictures, different aspects of it. And if you take your pointer, Lori, and show them that black hole in the middle there that looks like an eyeball.
Yep, I see it.
Then it almost looks like a puppy face. There's two eyes and a nose. That black dot there could be a nose. So I interpret it as puppy spirits coming to play with Brian's puppies because it just looked like a dog face. There's a couple dog faces in here. You can see the black nose and the little. you know, the mouth and
thing
all
that
that.
stands out for me is that blue color. That's really something. And
yeah,
then,
it's blue. Yeah.
and here's catching it just before it manifested. It looks like there's a spot to the left here in the lower left-hand corner, and then kind of midway.
Yeah,
but
the next one is lighter, but you loaded this one, right? Okay, so it's go back to that one, the other one. There's a like a rug on the floor, and there's a vertical manifestation on the left, and then on the rug itself is another one, and you can't see it from here because this one's a little dark, but it's an outline of a puppy. I mean, it makes a perfect puppy. It's not. It's like it manifested as a dog. So what I'm thinking is these things are. Remember the other day I said something to the effect that I think sometimes they read your mind and they go, how can I best appear to this person? How can I best interact with this person? I can send them thoughts that they see me as a snake or they see me as something, something that this person relates to. Well, I think these things were swarming around the dogs because they were trying to interact with the dogs and manifesting as puppies. That's what I think. There were hundreds of them.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the feeling I get from it. I mean, of course, I'm pulling it out of my butt, right? But no, it's an inner feeling that I have that they're vibrating at whatever frequency they think the dogs will relate to them best at. And the dogs were going nuts. Yeah. They were just going nuts, but they were ignoring these orbs. They were more interested in the tennis ball that Daddy was throwing. Yeah. But these orbs were going around the dogs. And Brian in his video starts asking them to spin in front of him. And a couple of them come right up and spin right in front of him and shoot off. So please watch his video because it's really fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
But they look like puppies to me. You know?
That's too cool. Anyway, had to share that because, hey, this isn't something you see every day, but it's beginning to be a real routine for me because every time I look at the video, there's something happening and it's more spectacular every time. So just something to share with you.
He did do a video for you. If you look at his home, if you go to Brian Lunsford, it's just Brian Lunsford is his YouTube name.
I'll post it here. I'll post it on Pure Love and so everyone can see it.
So he has a sense of humor. So he slows down the video, which is good. Because I have a hard time capturing these with still shots because they're so fast. But if you slow the video down, you can see the orb floating better. You can get a trajectory. You can get a still shot. So what he did is he slowed down Lori's video, and then he put some music to it, and he changed the filters to red and green, and it actually shows more. But Lori wanted to show this in the raw, and that's good.
Right,
so if you want some fun, go to Brian's because he's really.
I'll post it. Also, we're almost 2 hours, and I know Milky Way's got a show tonight, right?
He never posted anything. I never saw anything, and he never sent me a message.
Milky's in the house, or Robert V's in the house.
Where?
Yes, animals can see the orbs. Yeah, that's true. Yep, Robert V, definitely.
Robert, are you having a show?
Yeah, what's going on?
Because I didn't see one posted.
True Seeker, my shop is an orb magnet, no doubt. No doubt.
Animals can see the orbs. I'm trying to find out if he's having a show.
I think he said made mention of sorry I was late getting ready for the show. Okay.
All right, so
he is having a show.
We got to get off of here then. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for letting us read the cards for you. We sure do love you all so much. And let's hop on over to Milky Way and support him. And much love to everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.